Alright, what's up guys, it is Case Central here, and today I am bringing you a little discussion video for you guys, just something that I've been seeing a lot of people talk about over the past couple days, ever since the final trailer came out, a couple days ago, the final battle trailer, I should say. We don't know if it's the final trailer yet, seeming like it is, but I just kind of want to talk about it too. It's a really interesting topic, and a couple answers are out there for it, so I just kind of want to talk about that in here too. Let's just get into it. So again, like I mentioned before, the recent Kingdom Hearts 3 trailer was released a week ago today. God, it feels such longer than that. It's just been a busy week, just kind of days are blurring together. Feels a long time ago. But this trailer was just jam-packed full of content, man. They just put so much in here. It's 3 minutes long, full with amazing stuff, you know what I mean? They just went all out with this thing. I love it. But after this trailer came out, people started to ask the question, and the question that we're going to ask in this video, and it pertains to something that's not exactly in the trailer per se, and pretty much all Kingdom Hearts 3 trailers, thinking about it, is where's all the Final Fantasy characters? Where did they go? Yeah, if you look back at all the trailers that they've been releasing over the past 5.5 years, ever since the game was announced back in 2013, you really don't see many Final Fantasy characters, if any, at that point. Well, sorry, there's one Final Fantasy character kind of revealed in a trailer, and that is in just a split-second thing from a little promo of the game. It shows off a Moogle shop, that's kind of standard for the Kingdom Hearts series. Not really a huge Final Fantasy character, though, so what happened to them? Where did they go? And it's just kind of weird not really seeing them in these trailers because, they're kind of a certain focal point in the Kingdom Hearts games. They're not the main focus, but they are kind of a big part of it in some way, shape, or form. It's kind of been diminishing over the years in certain games, but they're still there. At least pretty much every Kingdom Hearts game, except for the games in like 2.8, have Final Fantasy characters in them. Like, in Kingdom Hearts 1, you had Squall, Aerith, Cloud, Sid, all those people, and the same characters pretty much in Kingdom Hearts 2. And you also had Zack in Birth by Sleep, which I think he was pretty much the only one in there as far as I'm concerned. And again, it's been diminishing over the years, the Final Fantasy characters' involvement. But it's Kingdom Hearts 3. It's the final game in the series. Kingdom Hearts is based off Final Fantasy. It is the series that inspired this game series itself. It wouldn't exist without this. So wouldn't you kind of want to see them come back and kind of expect them to come back for this last hurrah for the Darkseeker saga? Kind of give them a little bit of closure because, they don't have that much of a storyline, but, there's still some story there, so wouldn't you want to see that? Now, I like the characters, too. I want to see them come back in this game. I want to see Cloud come back. I want to see Squall come back. I want to see Sephiroth come back. If he was a boss in this game, dude, that'd be fucking awesome. I want all these amazing characters. I want the great Ninja Yuffie. Well, Tetsuya Nomura has actually commented on this situation right here and kind of talked about why there's not that many Final Fantasy characters in this game, at least in the trailers that they're showing off. And it does give us a really clear answer as to why they're not in here that much. So let me read what he had to say about it. I can't disclose too much about the Final Fantasy characters or whether or not they'll be in Kingdom Hearts 3, because I can only speak to what's been shown. But the reason you haven't been shown any Final Fantasy characters is that there are so many original characters that need to resolve their own problems and issues. And because their issues and problems are very difficult, there just haven't been that much space to fit Final Fantasy characters so far. And that's more pertaining to the trailers, but in the second quote, he says, "When you look back at the first Kingdom Hearts, Sora was still a new character, so we kind of had the Final Fantasy characters as supporting characters. But now that it's been 15 years, the original characters are more polished than they were before, so I don't think they need the Final Fantasy characters' help as much as they did before. Also, when we first released Kingdom Hearts, there weren't that many other titles that brought together the Final Fantasy characters. I actually think that Kingdom Hearts may have been the first to do that. But nowadays, there are an abundance of titles that do that, so I don't see the value of having that kind of feature in the game anymore. But that doesn't mean that I'm saying there won't be any Final Fantasy characters. Please look forward to further information." So the basic gist of what he said there is that, at least pertaining to the trailers for that first one, there's been so much other stuff going on with other characters in this game. It's the final game in the series, so a lot of stuff is wrapping up for them. So you need to kind of focus on that instead of Final Fantasy characters, so, they kind of get left out. If there is any in there, he doesn't confirm or deny in the statement. And he said pertaining to the game itself, they just don't really need it that much anymore. Like, when the first Kingdom Hearts came out, it was a new IP, it was springboarding off the success of Final Fantasy, so they had to get the Final Fantasy characters in there to support the new characters and stuff like that. It was just kind of necessary. But now it's equally as big, Kingdom Hearts, as Final Fantasy, so, they don't really need it that much anymore. So that's how he kind of sees it. And I do think that kind of makes sense in a way. I kind of agree with him on that here. Because, initially it doesn't really make sense because, even if they don't need it, you can still put them in there anyway because, nothing's really stopping them. It doesn't make a difference anyway. You said it doesn't matter that much, so why not just put them in there anyways? But, I do think it kind of makes sense because, it's Final Fantasy. Again, it is diminishing in importance in the Kingdom Hearts series because, it doesn't really need it anymore because it's not really that much of a gimmick. There's so much other stuff going on with Kingdom Hearts right now that the Final Fantasy characters are just kind of lost and all the other stuff. But, you know, he just pretty much said that there's not going to be many Final Fantasy characters in here at all. You know, aside from that, the Moogle shop that we saw in that, like, one little snapshot, like, half-second thing. So, you know, that's the only thing we've seen of Final Fantasy, pretty much. And, you know, that's just kind of a standard in the Kingdom Hearts games. So, you know, I'm kind of half and half on this, because, you know, I'm kind of sad that they won't be in there, but I'm kind of glad that they won't be in there at the same time. I'm sad because, you know, you love the Final Fantasy characters in these games, you know, it's kind of adds another little cool element to the thing. But, you know, they're there, and they're really, really cool, because, you know, I like Squall, I like Cloud, I like Sephiroth, I like Cid, Aerith, the great Ninja Yuffie, all those people. So, you know, it's gonna be sad to see them go. I do think they're gonna have some in there still, you know, there's gonna be a couple, like Cloud. I do think he's gonna be in there in some way, shape, or form, because, you know, they're also gonna be releasing Final Fantasy Remake a couple years, and that's kind of fitting. He's also the director of that, Tetsuya Nomura, so I think that'd be kind of fitting if they did that. If they had him as a boss battle in this game, dude, that would be fucking awesome. I wanted him back as like a Kingdom Hearts 1 boss battle, you know, something like that. Maybe as Olympus Coliseum thing. Maybe they're gonna have that back for this game, so it's gonna be in the game. Can't wait to see what they're going to do with that as well. And maybe Cid, maybe Squall, just like little cameos, stuff like that, but not that much. So that's going to be kind of sad. But the reason I'm kind of also glad that they're not going to be in here as well is because I just feel it would ultimately lose focus from the whole game, stuff like that, you know, just be distracting. Because, you know, there's going to be a bunch of stuff going on in this game already. You know, this is the last game in the Dark Seeker saga, the last game in the storyline that we've been playing for the past 16 years. There's going to be a lot of stuff wrapping up, a lot of story stuff happening, just a lot of stuff happening in general. So I feel if they tried to add the Final Fantasy characters in there as well, they would just be adding too much, and it would lose focus from the main story and the Disney World, stuff like that, the things they need to focus on to make the game great. So I feel just retroactively putting them in there would not be a good idea, in my opinion, at least. You know, again, it would be sad to see him go, but I just ultimately feel that it's for the best to keep the story focused and let everything else wrap up as it needs to be. But, you know, that's just But, you know, that's just my whole take on this thing right here. I'm kind of waiting to hear what you guys have to think about all this stuff right here. So tell me down in the comments below what you think about Final Fantasy characters not really being that much in Kingdom Hearts 3. That's at least what Tetsuya Nomura said. What characters do you want to see return? In what way, shape, or form? You know, like boss battles, mini games, stuff like that. Just tell me what your kind of dream stuff for Kingdom Hearts 3 and Final Fantasy would be. Also, make sure to subscribe and like this video and follow me on Twitter, and also share this video as well with people who want to know about this. It would be really awesome if you did. This has been KA Central, and I will see you guys in the next video.